Everyone knows one Edgar that thinks he's indestructible. We often see him jump onto the biggest brawlers in the game. What's even worse is that even if he had 100 enemies in front of him, he wouldn't think twice before jumping on them. Rico is one of the only brawlers that can bounce his projectile, and because of this, players act like they need to use this feature every single time. So, whenever they find themselves in a situation where they should shoot the opponent, they find a wall to bounce the shot off first, and it doesn't usually end well. Jeans literally love to troll players by pulling the biggest tanks in the game. Tara is not a sidekick. If she was, then she would expect players and know their locations. But in reality, she just attacks people to build up her super and throws it on no one. Colts always miss their target, and bonus points if he tries to break indestructible walls. Colette players always miss their super or pick the worst possible map where they can't use their super properly. Speaking of camping, there are also Rosa players who swear by this as well. However, they usually get eliminated very quickly. Brock is the type of player that misses every single shot, and when they get hit even slightly by their opponents, they spam all of their abilities and none of them hits the opponent. El Primo is the GOAT, and because of this, he doesn't have any. Next brawler stereotype is for Barley? Do these even exist? No, they don't. Next, whenever you see a Dynamite with a cool skin, you know he's going to make you throw your phone into a river. These Dynamites are the ultimate tryhards, always using their Dyna Jump ability and predicting your every move. And when I see them, I just exit the game. Pika is a professional bull main, but some players want to be just like him, and they suck. They literally use their rush super to try and do the best clutch in the world and die every single time. You're not him. Stereotypical Jackie looks something like this. You get into a match, then hide in a bush. When the enemy passes by you, go and chase him until you kill him. That is, if you can, which isn't often. Ticks have to be the most annoying players to play against.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Darryls aren't the most common players out there, but when you run into one, they usually just do barrel rolls over water and end up in the zone. No, Daryl! Carl are those types of players who always mess up their getaway with Gadget. When you start chasing them, they'll just end up in a wall and get eliminated. Most 8-bit players use the teleportation gadget, but then there are ones who use the extra credits gadget, and well, they just go ahead and miss every shot with the gadget activated. Angelos literally have wall hack. I don't know how, but these players always find a way to hit you in the bush every time. And on top of that, they'll just camp over the wall. Sam players always use the Sudoku cycle. It goes like this. You throw Sam's Knuckles, then run and pick them up, then attack the enemy with Knuckles, and repeat the cycle. Bell doesn't have any specific stereotype. Everyone knows B has 1 ammo. And because of that, we have machine gun Bs. These B players literally go around spamming their attack as soon as they spawn. Help! Piper has been through some buffs and changes, and some of them created low effort pros. For example, her homing star power and knockback gadget made it so easy for these stereotypes to just run away and snipe you with ease. These Ems players literally don't know how to use their super. Ems are those types of players which literally use their super at the worst possible times. Sometimes they will even activate at the perfect time and then walk away, just like my dad.
Gotta get rid of that now.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
And I destroyed the lobby.
Nani will absolutely catch you off guard, because if you thought that Peep is going to only explode, well, it's actually going to be Nani behind your back. And I got eliminated. On players that miss their shot is such an got a lot of nerfs. Players literally make that notice by hitting every time and Lori dealing massive amounts of damage. These players cannot be stopped. Griff's piggy bank gadget is useful in situations where you need to break objects. However, there are Griffs who use that ability to defend themselves. The problem is that it takes a long time to explode and deals low damage. If you see Macy, she'll probably use her ultimate super chain. This super chain is essentially spamming her super and adding hypercharge on top of it. Bonnies are the type of players who wait for the worst opportunities to throw themselves into danger. And well, they die. Players will literally hide in a bush and just charge their super, and after that, they'll just miss it. Charlie can hit her targets quite easily using auto aim, and besides that, she has only one ammo. That's why when you're going to see most of them go around and spam attack as soon as they spawn. And if they're lucky enough, they might even get a kill. There are RTs who pretty much play as Jackie, because RT super detaches his head and switches his attack to area damage. This can be useful, but these players use it as their main attack strategy, making them more vulnerable, and well, they just die. Gray players be like, trust me bro, I'm good, and teleport right in front of Shelly's waiting with their supers. They'll also fail every single gene pull. Scrub players are builders and they'll just straight up spam the whole map with their super, but most of the time, this just ends up giving their team an annoying disadvantage. Fang mains are literal no-skill players. All they have to do is charge their super and delete the whole team using it. Busters usually come along with the team, and they'll use a cheesing strategy by protecting them, making his team finish the job for him. Eve used to be the only brawler that could hover over water, but even though there are other brawlers with this ability now, they still choose to just hover over the water the entire match. Leons literally use their invisibility to spectate the match. Most of the time, they'll activate their super in the worst possible situations and attack, making them waste their super. Amber gameplay is simply pressing the auto aim gadget and letting the game do all the work for you. Congratulations, now you're a pro. Spikes always have their curveball star power ready, and they'll hit you from all angles. You can't hide from Spike. Draco's super activates his dragon form, but if you have low HP, you're gonna get eliminated before you can even get to shoot the fire, like most Draco players do. Kenji's camp inside a bush with tons of power cubes, and the moment you pass by, they use their super, slicing you into nothing. Clancy mains will head straight into the match just to spam their super and get that stage 3 to demolish you and your mom. Mo has the smallest hitbox out of all the brawlers, and players will literally dodge all of your projectiles effortlessly without even moving. Then, they'll just drill you out of the match.